GST. In the run-up to the two-day GST Council meeting, officials from centre and states are meeting today to set the tone for what's been called a landmark tax reform. Rate cuts are on the table for over 150 goods and services, including daily use items, medicines, cars and even insurance. If approved, the changes could take effect around September 22nd. Let's go across to my colleague Shrimi to tell us more on all the powerful council's big bang agenda.
Well, absolutely action-packed agenda, as the key focus of this massive GST revamp is the daily use item. Right from your ghee to butter to toothpaste, your shampoo, paneer, namkeen, parothe, milk powder, you actually name it, which is currently in the 12 and 18%, could come down to the 5% slab. In fact, all your medicines, the pharmaceutical drugs, your medical equipments, your BP machine could come under the 5% bracket as per the current proposal. Cement, again a very important item, currently attract 28% GST, maybe slashed to 18%, and that is something could lower your housing and infra cost. Now, small hybrid cars below 1200 cc's, of course, if you're planning to buy, car, you could see GST slash from current 28% plus cess to just 18%. Similarly, your motorbikes below 350cc maybe benefit from the lower GST rate, as it could also go to the 18% bracket. In fact, the indication coming for the tractors also, for buses also, it all could go to the lower bracket of GST. Now, life and health insurance premium may be fully exempted from GST, a long-standing demand and going to ease the financial burden massively on individual, on policy holders. That could also, see light of the day. GST Council is also expected to address the services, which is currently, spread across 12, 18 and 28%. For example, hotel rooms priced up to 7,500 are taxed at 12%. If you go above that, it will, charge 18%. Similarly, the business class air travel and the economic class, they have different tax slabs. Now, the proposed changes aim to bring consistency and to remove all sort of anomalies, even in the services sector. On the other side of the spectrum, of course, you have a special 40% GST rate which is being proposed for all sort of high-end and sin goods, including, luxury cars, sedans and mid-size SUVs, motorbikes above 350cc, carbonated beverages, as well as, the tobacco, cigarettes and all sort of chewing and tobacco items. Now, those getting expensive or not is something the suspense is still on, as it will depend on how central state going to phase out the compensation cess regime and whether it could be replaced with an additional levy or it could subsumed with the, existing GST rate. That is something we need to watch out for. But for now, the final decision, of course, rests with the GST Council, which will meet in full on September 3rd and 4th at the Sushma Swaraj Bhavan, New Delhi. But one thing is clear, is what indication we are getting, that the final decision, the final reform, the GST 2.0, all those decision is expected to be implemented around September 22nd, coinciding with the Navratri festival.